After months of waiting, I am most pleased to announce that the Bronycon panels have finally been uploaded to YouTube. I had a ton of fun taking part in multiple panels this year, and there's a lot of interesting discussion to get through. First up, we have Analyzing My Little Pony Live, hosted by I Love Kim Possible a Lot, and starring Ink Rose, Josh Scorcher, Silverquill, Toon Critic, and even Voice of Reason, who was invited to come up on stage halfway through the presentation. We answered a lot of questions about what goes into our review and analysis videos, so I hope you'll click the link in the video or in the description to go check it out. Next up, there's Coping with Disabilities, Being 120% Cooler, hosted by Matthew Palumbo of CWDTP. He had gotten in contact with me many months before Bronycon and specifically wanted me to take part in his ongoing project because of my work on the A Moment with Dr. Wolf series. We had a rather good turnout, and covered a lot of intriguing subjects on Scootaloo, Derpy Hooves, and even Snowdrop, and how fans have been affected by their uplifting stories. So I hope you'll give the panel a watch by clicking the link here. Finally, for all those who might be wondering about the channel strike and how it'll be affecting my work, since that very well could keep me from doing some of the more normal projects I've come to enjoy so much, there's another video I released just yesterday that goes into greater detail about what happened. Or at least as far as I know. However, since my channel is now somewhat limited in what I can produce, I figured now is a good time to start preparing for next year's convention season. As of right now, I fully intend on returning to Bronycon in Baltimore during 2016, and I've already filled out a panel application. Let's hope for the best on getting some space in their very busy schedule. There's also Crystal Mountain PonyCon taking place in my home state of Utah, and I really can't think of any reason why I won't be able to attend for the 4th year in a row. However, the next convention on my agenda will be the Pacific PonyCon in San Diego, taking place in January 2016. I was invited to take part by the convention staff, and I'd like to help spread the word in the hopes that I can meet with as many fans as possible. My lady is actually planning on joining me this time around too. I think maybe I'm convincing her that conventions can actually be rather fun, even for the highly introverted. But we shall see. After that, there's BabsCon in San Francisco during April. Once again, the convention staff got in contact with me a little while back wanting me to be a community guest. I did attend back in April of this year, and though I wasn't able to run a panel, I did have a ton of fun watching the Season 5 premiere with hundreds of other fans. And I met up with quite a few other analysts there as well. So the 2016 season should be pretty fun overall. I attended a total of 5 Brony conventions during this past year, and I believe I should have enough paid time off from my current job to allow up to 7 or 8 this year. However, where I attend and when is really up to each of you. I've received dozens, if not more than 100 requests from fans to attend conventions that are in their area, and I'd honestly love to be wherever people want me to be. I'm only limited by how much of a travel budget I'm granted by those who directly support my work. So for all those who would like me to take part in a particular convention this year, you have one of 2 options. The first of which is to contact the convention staff, telling them you want me to be a community guest this year. If I receive an invitation to run a panel, host an event, or even an offer to help cover a portion of the travel fees, I'm far more able to make it happen. So keep that in mind if you're planning to attend any conventions this year. Secondly, I'd like to announce that next month my Patreon supporters will be voting on where they want me to go during the 2016 season. Anyone who chooses the $3 option and up on my Patreon page can cast their vote, since they are the ones giving me the ability to travel around the country in the first place. I've always used these funds specifically for the channel since day one, and I'm honestly humbled whenever I see just how many people believe in the work I do on a daily basis. So I'll post a link in the description for anyone interested in seeing me during the next year, and I hope many people will take part in the vote during December. And even for those who don't have the means to support the channel directly, you can still write into any convention staff and let them know firsthand what you're hoping to see in the 2016 season. Believe me, they will take notice. In the meantime, though, I'd love to hear about any questions you have in mind, as I'm still striving to create a welcoming environment that continues to encourage discussion. Because, as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.